The number one anti-aging secret women over 40 need to know. It's not what you think. Ladies, I need to have a heart-to-heart with you about something that might make you cringe a little bit. Last week, I was looking through old photos with my daughter, and she pointed to a picture of me from about 10 years ago and said, "Mom, your skin looks so different now." Ouch, right? But you know what? She wasn't wrong. And it got me thinking about all those years I spent thinking I was too young to worry about sun damage. Here's the truth, honey. If there's one thing I could go back and tell my younger self, it would be this: wear sunscreen every single day, no exceptions. And if you're watching this thinking, well, it's too late for me now, let me stop you right there. It is never too late to start protecting your skin. And today, I'm going to share everything you need to know about choosing and using sunscreen as a midlife woman. Why sunscreen is your best anti-aging investment. Let's talk about why sunscreen should be your number one skincare priority. I used to think expensive serums and creams were going to save my skin. But the reality is that up to 80% of visible aging comes from sun damage, not time itself. Those dark spots, fine lines, and loss of elasticity we're dealing with, most of that is actually preventable damage from UV rays. And here's something that really opened my eyes. Studies show that people who use sunscreen daily have significantly fewer wrinkles, age spots, and skin texture issues after just 4 to 5 years compared to those who don't. That's not just preventing future damage. That's actually slowing down the aging process we're already experiencing. But it's not just about vanity, ladies. Skin cancer rates are rising, especially among women our age. My friend Jennifer was just diagnosed with melanoma at 52, and it was a real wake-up call for all of us. The good news is that daily sunscreen use can reduce your risk of melanoma by up to 50%, and other skin cancers by up to 40%. Breaking down sunscreen myths. Now I know what some of you might be thinking. I have darker skin, so I don't need sunscreen. Or I don't burn easily, so I'm fine. Honey, I thought the same thing for years. But here's what I learned from my dermatologist. Everyone needs sun protection. While it's true that darker skin has more natural protection against burning, it can still experience sun damage, premature aging, and skin cancer. And that myth about needing vitamin D from the sun? Your body can still produce vitamin D even when wearing sunscreen. Plus, you can get it from food and supplements without risking skin damage. Trust me, a vitamin D supplement is a lot cheaper than trying to reverse sun damage later. Decoding SPF, what you really need to know. Let's demystify all those numbers and terms on sunscreen bottles. Because, honestly, it can be overwhelming. SPF stands for Sun Protection Factor. And here's what you need to know. SPF 30 blocks about 97% of UVB rays, while SPF 50 blocks about 98%. The difference isn't huge, but for us midlife women who are trying to prevent further damage, I recommend going with SPF 30 as your absolute minimum and SPF 50 if you're spending time outdoors. But here's the key part. Look for broad spectrum on the label. This means it protects against both UVA and UVB rays. UVB rays cause burning, but UVA rays are the sneaky ones that cause aging and can penetrate through windows. So even if you're just driving to the grocery store, you're still getting UVA exposure. Chemical versus physical, which is right for mature skin. This is where it gets interesting for us midlife women. There are two main types of sunscreen: chemical and physical, also called mineral. Chemical sunscreens absorb UV rays and convert them to heat, while physical sunscreens sit on top of your skin and deflect the rays. For mature, sensitive skin, which many of us develop as we age, I generally recommend physical sunscreens with zinc oxide or titanium dioxide. These ingredients are gentler, less likely to cause irritation, and they start working immediately when you apply them. Plus, they don't break down in the sun like some chemical sunscreens do. I know what you're thinking, but mineral sunscreens make me look like a ghost. Ladies, the formulations have come so far. There are now tinted versions, and many blend beautifully into the skin. I'll share some specific recommendations in a minute. Application, you're probably doing it wrong. Now, let's talk about application, because this is where most of us mess up. And I was guilty of this for years. You need about 1 ounce of sunscreen. That's a shot glass full to cover your entire body. For just your face and neck, that's about a 1/4 teaspoon, which is more than you think. Most of us use about half the amount we should, which means we're only getting half the protection. I started measuring out my sunscreen for a week just to train myself on what the right amount looks like, and it was eye-opening. Apply sunscreen 15 to 30 minutes before going outside to give it time to absorb properly. And don't forget those easy-to-miss spots. Your ears, the back of your neck, your hands, and even your lips need protection too. The reapplication reality check. Here's where I'm gonna give you some tough love. You need to reapply sunscreen every 2 hours and immediately after swimming, sweating, or toweling off. I used to think my morning application would last all day, but that's just not how it works. I keep a powder sunscreen in my purse for touch-ups over makeup, and I set reminders on my phone. It sounds like a hassle, but once you make it a habit, it becomes second nature. Think of it like brushing your teeth. Just something you do to take care of yourself. My top sunscreen picks for midlife skin. Let me share some specific products that work beautifully for mature skin. The Green People Age Defy Daily SPF 30 Moisturizer is fantastic because it combines sun protection with anti-aging ingredients like rosehip oil, vitamin E, and hyaluronic acid. It's like getting your moisturizer and sunscreen in one step, which I love for busy mornings. For sensitive skin, I recommend the Green People Scent-Free SPF 30 Facial Sun Cream. It's packed with antioxidants like green tea and edelweiss, plus nourishing ingredients like cocoa butter and olive oil. It gives you protection without any potential irritants. If you prefer drugstore options, look for mineral sunscreens from brands like CeraVe, Neutrogena, or La Roche-Posay. These brands have really stepped up their game with formulations that don't leave that chalky residue we used to associate with zinc-based sunscreens. Beyond sunscreen, complete sun protection. Now, sunscreen alone isn't enough, and I learned this the hard way during a beach vacation, where I was religious about sunscreen, but still got more sun damage than I expected. You need a comprehensive approach. Invest in a good wide-brimmed hat. And I mean wide, at least 4 inches all around. Those cute little baseball caps don't cut it for protecting your face and neck. Get quality sunglasses that block 100% of UV rays. Your eyelids are some of the thinnest skin on your body and really vulnerable to damage. Seek shade when possible, especially between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. when the sun is strongest. And consider UPF clothing for extended outdoor time. It's like wearing your sunscreen. Special considerations for midlife skin. As our skin changes during menopause and beyond, we need to think about sun protection differently. Our skin becomes thinner, drier, and more sensitive, which means we need gentler formulations with added benefits. Look for sunscreens with built-in moisturizers and antioxidants. Ingredients like vitamin E, green tea extract, and ceramides can help repair and protect your skin barrier while providing sun protection. If you're dealing with melasma or age spots, which many of us are, consistent sun protection is crucial for preventing them from getting darker. Even brief sun exposure can undo months of treatment. So don't skip the sunscreen even for quick errands, making it a habit that sticks. The key to sun protection is making it so automatic that you don't even think about it. I keep sunscreen next to my toothbrush, so I never forget my morning application. I have travel sizes in my car, purse, and gym bag. Start with just focusing on daily facial sunscreen. Once that becomes habit, add body sunscreen for exposed areas. Don't try to change everything at once. That's a recipe for giving up. Remember, every day you protect your skin is a day you're investing in how you'll look and feel in the future. It's not about vanity, it's about self-care and health. Final thoughts. Your future self will thank you. Ladies, I wish I could go back and start this routine 20 years ago, but I can't. What I can do is start today and encourage all of you to do the same, whether you're 40, 50, 60, or beyond. It's never too late to start protecting your skin. Your future self will thank you for every day you wear sunscreen, every time you seek shade, every time you choose protection over convenience. We're taking control of our skin health, and that's something to be proud of. Remember, this isn't about achieving perfection. It's about progress. Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. Your skin is worth the effort, and so are you. If you'd like more helpful information and tips for navigating midlife and beyond, please subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up and turn on the notification bell. I'd love to hear in the comments what sunscreen you're currently using, or if you have questions about getting started with a daily sun protection routine. Share your tips too. We can all learn from each other's experiences.